Hello, welcome to Marriott MBA Today. My name is John Holbrook, and today we are continuing our internship series. Today we have Mark Nielson, Student Director of the Miller New Venture Challenge, into the studio.
Hello, John.
Welcome, Mark.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Mark, as you know, most of the students, or a good chunk of the students in the MBA program take corporate internships. But you took a different path. You've been, as far as I've known, you've been highly interested in entrepreneurship. Could you kind of talk about how you got started with entrepreneurship in the MBA program?
Yeah, for sure, John. So that's interesting you mentioned. You're absolutely right. We place very well in corporate jobs, and and we've earned it, and it's great. But one other thing that we've earned here at BYU is we are one of the top-ranked MBA and undergraduate entrepreneurship programs, in the country. And what we do here at BYU, the professors, the faculty, the Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology in the Marriott School, they focus on business modeling, and that's nailing customer pain and identifying specifically ways to improve that pain with a market solution.
So it's really adding a science to what a lot of people think is an art.
Yeah, exactly right. You know, some people say entrepreneurs are born, or no, entrepreneurs are, they just have it in their blood, or something like that, or some other thing that we can't improve or work on. And I actually believe, contrary to that, I think it is something that can be learned. And here at BYU, we teach entrepreneurship and help to squeeze the risk out as much as possible out of these things, because believe it or not, we entrepreneurs, we're not actually quite as excited or risk-seeking as you might suspect.
That brings up a good question. Sometimes people feel like why would an entrepreneur come to an MBA program? So, Mark, what is it from a curriculum perspective that entrepreneurship-focused MBA students really need to focus on?
Yeah, I do want to speak to that. One thing that I talk to students about, incoming entrepreneurs, incoming MBA students who are seeking entrepreneurship, one thing I suggest to them is not to shortchange their opportunity to learn MBA critical foundational skills. I would guess that they're very interested in entrepreneurship, they want to get involved, but they're also back here earning an MBA because they may need to learn a little bit more about finance, or they may need to better understand marketing and supply chain, dealing with people, hiring people. And so one thing I suggest is, sure, you want to be an entrepreneur, that's great. The MBA core curriculum is excellent. And one thing that I found myself doing last year as a first-year MBA student is I realized, I don't have an emphasis such as marketing or something where I can just say, okay, I'm going to really focus on that class. Contrary to that, I found myself saying, I better pay attention to every single class because I need to do all of this. I need to employ every single one of these skills. And so I would say, our program is excellent here at BYU. Don't shortchange yourself. Get that foundation, and then as you move into entrepreneurship, which is what your desire is, as an entrepreneur coming in, then you're basically removing a lot of risk and improving your likelihood of success a lot.
So as we think about it, the core curriculum really is more important for somebody that's interested in entrepreneurship than maybe somebody who's emphasizing in finance or marketing. So after somebody has nailed Dr. Snow's or Dr. McQueen's class, what are some of the tools, the practical tools that BYU has to offer for somebody that really wants to scale up their idea?
Yeah, great. So beyond those core functional classes that we've talked about, there is a very strong curriculum of entrepreneurship classes here. And so those are kind of the next step, the place to go. Aside from curriculum, and I should say outside of the curriculum, but complementary to it, are the competitions that BYU runs, and the Miller New Venture Challenge, which I run. Also, we have the Center for Entrepreneurship and Technology here provides a lot of great resources, such as, just to mention one, is called Venture Mentoring. And we here at BYU we're able to build a stronger network than almost any other university, thanks to our relationship with the church. And that's just something that is available to us. Mentors specific to our business development stage are willing and able to come in and give us a wealth of knowledge. We'll learn more, as Professor Tom Peterson says, he says, you'll learn more in 15 minutes talking to someone in the industry than you will in 3 months of research that you'll do about a specific market or business idea. And I think it's absolutely true. So again, you can really learn, you can validate assumptions, and you can really hone in on what the market is demanding rather than what you love and what you're trying to force the market to want. If that makes sense.
No, it's beautiful. You have really lots of tools in place to help you develop and cultivate your idea. What if what's out there for students who don't have an idea but would like to somehow get involved in entrepreneurship?
Yeah. So you can get involved in any of the competitions, whether you have your own idea or if you'd like to join a team. For example, I've had some undergraduate students working with me on a project that I worked on over the summer. And they weren't getting equity, I wasn't paying them, but they were getting experience with a startup, and they valued that and they appreciated it. And I made sure that I wasn't wasting their time. I made sure that I asked them what their goals were and helped them reach that. A lot of us MBA students probably are going to do a different track. We'll probably go find a corporate job. But a lot of us are interested in entrepreneurship. If you ask almost any MBA student, they think that someday I'll try to do something on my own. And so, I would suggest get involved. The competition series are great. We started with a big idea pitch. We're going to do business modeling workshops that's available to everybody, whether you've got an idea or not. You may come up with an idea in that process, and you're welcome to participate and compete. We give away quite a bit of money, almost $200,000 that we give in cash, straight cash out to teams. And the final event at the end of the year, we'll give 8 winners a minimum of $15,000 cash each. And then some free office space, a summer launchpad program where they can, just right here in Provo, they can have some office space if they want it. A lot of legal help, marketing help, you name it. The resources through the Center of Entrepreneurship have come together to make sure that, again, we can not only come up with ideas, but if we have the desire or the aptitude, we can push through and actually launch a viable venture.
It's really great stuff. It seems like the faculty, the students here in the program, and friends of the program have really created an environment where students can really nail and scale their opportunities.
Exactly.
And to your point about students who may not have an idea, I was able to be involved with one of the teams that participated last year from a finance perspective, and I had a great experience.
Oh, great. And you probably brought a lot of good insight to them. They probably really appreciated the help.
Best to ask them, but we really appreciate you coming in today.
Yeah, and let me just mention one last thing. A lot of MBA students might think, I've already got my job offer, why would I spend time on this? One thing to consider is you can create value throughout the time. Enjoy the experience, work on a project. At the end, take your job, license out your technology if you're that far, sell the company. You may be able to turn an idea into 20 grand or something like that, who knows? And so I would just say, if you're interested and you've got the time or the capacity to do it, get involved. And there's likely an exit strategy at the end even of the school year. So,
excellent.
Yeah.
Opportunities everywhere in entrepreneurship. From John Holbrook and Mark Nielson, we thank you for joining us on Marriott MBA today. Thank you.